Hey everybody, Max Rich here, and that is a song called Pfrancing, otherwise known as No Blues by Miles Davis. It's kind of a blues, I mean it is a blues, but it's sort of Miles Davis blues, meaning that it's got some changes that aren't found in your stereotypical 12-bar blues. But it has the licks and the feel of a blues, and it's got that swing, kind of a walking bass line. That type of thing, right? And what you heard me do was I made a loop of it. I stacked a bass line, I played a bass line, then I played some chords over the bass line, and then I played the melody over that, and it kind of helps simulate sort of an entire band, almost. You know, as close as one guitar player can get with a looper pedal. And today we're going to be talking about this song. I'm going to teach you the changes of the song, which are different than in a 12-bar blues, but in some way similar. And then I'm going to teach you the melody, otherwise known as the head, if you're speaking jazz terms. Since we're on the subject of jazz, if you don't have any experience whatsoever with jazz, specifically jazz chords, I want you to take a second, check out some lessons on jazz chords, maybe introductory jazz chords, because I'm going to be referencing some chords like dominant 7, maybe a 13, maybe 7 sharp 9. If you don't know what any of that stuff means, that's totally okay. But you may get a little confused when I talk about the chords, because I'm not going to go ahead and break down each chord and the structure of each chord and why it's called that, right? I've saved that for other lessons, so you can go ahead and check out some of those lessons. But if you are up to speed and you are familiar with what those chords are and sort of vaguely, even vaguely familiar with what those chords are, then you should be fine. Like I said, we're going to talk about the head, we're going to talk about the chords, and then I'm going to give you some ideas as to what you can do using the melody in order to have sort of an improvised feel, so that you don't always play the melody the exact same way every time. You could take those sort of like that improvised approach, which is very jazz in and of itself, and use it to help sort of launch yourself into a solo over these changes. So a lot of stuff to cover, so let's get going right now.